Somebody out there knows something. That's a tough thing. It's a matter of finding that person.
The death of 79-year-old Ivan Darling has remained a mystery for 37 years.
We have no idea why someone would want to do this to him.
One that's haunted Ivan's step-granddaughter, who was just 17 when he was murdered inside his Gettysburg home. Jennifer Rollo and her family had plans to drive up from Maryland to take Ivan out for Christmas dinner. He was living alone after his wife, Jennifer's grandmother, had passed a year before.
My parents had been calling and calling, trying to reach him.
But no answer for several days leading up to the holiday. And on Christmas Day, they sent a neighbor to check on Ivan.
He went and knocked on the door, and then he went in and found him dead.
Jennifer, her brother, and parents arrived shortly after and saw much more than they ever wanted to.
He was just a very quiet man, very neat, tidy, very slight, very vulnerable. I think that's what's been so heartbreaking for me about this. I just think over and over about what he must have gone through. And to die like that with someone who clearly hated him.
Police believe Darling was killed several days before he was found. An autopsy showed he died from multiple stab wounds.
It was some sort of a puncture-type weapon. We're keeping our mind open as to what that might have been.
We were terrified that maybe this person would come after us.
Police think the motive was burglary, but Ivan's family isn't so sure.
I know they say that. I mean, he really had nothing. He was very poor. My father had helped them buy that house.
There was also no sign of forced entry. Jennifer says there were a few things missing from the house, though she couldn't say what they were.
It's heartbreaking to think that it's probably someone that he knew. So, I mean, what a horrible, horrible betrayal.
Investigators don't know that for sure, but lead detective Wade Lauer says they're narrowing the pool.
There are people of interest, I would call it, and we continue to work towards trying to find the person responsible for this.
Ivan's case was reopened in 2022, though investigators say it's been worked constantly through the years. They're hopeful DNA technology and other modern-day tools can lend a hand.
We're looking at some of those things again with a new, fresh set of eyes. And again, the technology element is a big deal.
Meanwhile, Jennifer calls the last 37 years tormenting.
We've basically been through hell. I can't really talk about it without breaking down. I still have nightmares. I was a very different person before this happened.
As day after day passes with no answer.
We so desperately want to see some tiny semblance of justice because we've felt like no one cared for so long.
Investigators are optimistic those answers will come and believe someone out there knows something that will bring closure to the family. So you have hope that one day the Ivan Darling's case will be solved?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Alyssa Kratz, Fox 43 News.